There is such a thing as learning too much. The mortal mind can only take so many revelations at a time. Oh my god. No!
Andres Devs. This was no accident.
What happened? Who did this? It's all gone. The city. My home. Right. We should be a moving target, in case anyone comes for us next. We have to check on the others. At least let me find Quilichi. Any survivors would have evacuated to the farms north of town. Come, there's not a moment to waste.
A city up in flames? You tell me who your coin is on.
I can't believe this. What you smell is the workshop going up in flames. Our books, our chemicals, our machines. Many of those inventions were originals from the Valian republics. One of a kind, irreplaceable. I don't know why I'm dwelling on that. We lost more than our work.
Your work was your home. You're allowed to mourn it.
They burn. They blind us.
I hope everyone is all right. Animancers know how to plan for an emergency. We've never seen one like this. If anything happened to Quilichi, I don't know what I'd do.
Let's get to the farms. If there's trouble, we can help.
Again and again they strike.
I have a terrible feeling about this. Good shooting, Kai. There's the city. What's left of it. Gods, who could do this to us? Who could burn us out like rats and call it a victory? Motherfuckers. I don't know how we recover. Our past is in those flames. Our history. Everything we are.
Not as long as there are people who remember it.
How many thorns must we claw out?
They made it out. Thank the gods. Thank the gods.
Nice shot! You've got better aim than a sharpshooter, Giada.
These people are looking for leadership. A sense of direction. We should find Kulichi.
Envoy? Oh, thank goodness. For a moment there, I thought we'd lost you in the attack.
As if you don't already know.
Ignacy, calm yourself.
Why should I be calm? His people burned my city.
The Steel Garrote are hardly his people.
They offered us no negotiation, no peaceful terms. Just flames and laughter as we ran. Don't be naive. Anyone who serves under an Adiran banner is complicit. Their Inquisitor is determined to burn out anyone who doesn't conform to Adiran ways.
We agree on one thing. The Stilgarot have declared war on the living lands.
That sort of thinking is precisely why my father fled the Valian republics.
What happened here is no coincidence. Their forces already have an unshakable grip on Paradis. This attack was meant to weaken us. No doubt they will circle back to finish what they started. Tell us, what of your research into the Dream Scourge? Assuming our governor wants to hear it.
I may have spoken in haste before.
Pardon?
The very notion that the Dream Scourge had blighted our farms, it was too awful to acknowledge.
Are you being serious right now?
I am. The sanctuary my family built was falling apart on my watch. And I wasn't strong enough to bear it. You must understand. My mother had the Dream Scourge. I hoped against reason that she might recover, but her mind grew as blighted as her lands. To face reality would mean upending my city, throwing order into chaos, and admitting she was truly gone. I'm so sorry, Giata.
Don't waste your apologies on me. This changes nothing between us.
I don't expect your forgiveness, but I will do everything in my power to make this right. Whatever you have to say, I'm ready to hear it.
You want me to do the talking? Very well. The evidence is clear. The Living Lands is on the edge of an ecological disaster, both physically and spiritually. We may know the origin of the Dream Scourge. By following it back to the source, perhaps we can reverse the damage. Now for the bad news. An undiscovered god rests in the heart of this island. Until we know more about its nature, we are powerless to stop it.
But this is madness. When I said I was ready for the truth, I didn't mean... Koichi, tell him it's madness.
Envoy, is it true?
There's no other explanation for the spiritual shift in the Living Lands. Something that slept has awoken. I believe there is still more to learn, but a disturbance on this scale could explain the changes to our ecosystem.
First the Dream Scourge, then the Stilgarot, and now... what does this god of yours want us to do? Pray?
This is no time for a theological discussion. Our survival hangs on a knife's edge. We can't remain in Emerald Stair.
There is no reason to stay, unless you count picking through the ashes. We should relocate to Thirdborn. It's the only settlement that can take us all.
No. I say we go to Paradis.
This is madness. It's suicide.
Wrong. It's self-preservation. And my father would have agreed. As long as we are animancers, the adherents will pursue us to the ends of the earth. Instead, we lay low, hide in plain sight, let them believe we're beaten, and bide our time.
While we hide, the Dream Scourge will tear this island apart. At least in Thirdborn, we can practice animancy freely. We can't gamble with our existence. The political climate of the Living Lands is too dangerous.
Thirdborn has its own problems. Paradise is more secure, but it would mean living under a Diran rule. I don't like our options, but that shouldn't stop us from committing to one.
Thirdborn's full of hardy types. Lots of former soldiers and mercenaries. A rough bunch, but good to have at your back. It's also farther from the Steel Garrote's base of operations. That's where I'd make my stand.
We'll be proud to lend our strength to theirs, as animancers and as fellow expatriates.
I have my misgivings, but you helped my father leave the Republics. I trust you to help us again. What of you, Envoy? Where does the hunt for the Dream Scourge take you next?
Oh, I do.
Yardsley? Don't tell me you are getting swept up in all of this.
Oh, really? You should know better, darling. Any talk of the Akita, and I will appear. If you're looking for the garden, I can probably lead the way. You're already aware that I'm the foremost Akitan scholar in the Living Lands, and...
Godless scholar, my dear. No one outside of academia uses their proper name.
Ah, right. Layman's terms. Thank you, darling. Well, to make a long story short, I think I can lead you to the garden. 30 years of research, and I think the answer lies in a ruin called Naku Kubel, which is in Shatterscarp. So we've got to get there now. Before Fjord went up in flames, that Garrote monster took my research. Your kin are on their way to the garden now. Wait. If they know as much as we do, they know to go to Shatterscarp too. Oh no. I've got to warn Temerity. Meet me in Thirdborn, all right? You can't miss it. It's the only bit of civilization in Shatterscarp, if you can call it that. I'll finish getting ready here and just meet you there.
Ugh, what a whirlwind. God, I love that tiny woman. Naturally. She's feisty, passionate, loyal, determined. My life would not be the same without her.
For what it's worth, I vouch for Yardsley. She's a good friend and a bad influence. Right now, we could use both.
There's a gate to the north, which will take you to Shatterscarp. It's guarded by some of our best rangers.
Then we should approach carefully. They'll be on their guard after this.
I'll make sure they grant you safe passage. May the gods protect you, Envoy.
Exploring the Living Lands with a friend. What more could I ask for?
Back to Shatterscarp, then.
Caravans to Paradise will leave here once a week for those who do not wish to stay. We've got company.
Next is mine.
Make a good squad. Oh, more of this stuff. Has anyone figured out how to get rid of it? That's not hitting hard enough. Point for you!
Another soul for the win.
Quiet as the depths.
A moment of your time, if you please. From one Adiran to another. There will be time for that once our business is concluded. So, did you enjoy our little bonfire? Inquisitor Ludwig was pleased with our efficiency.
You irredeemable fucking swine!
Keep her on a tight leash. No need for this to get out of hand. One might argue they brought it on themselves. Believe it or not, the Steel Garrote owe you an apology on behalf of Inquisitor Ludwig.
Bring us her severed head and I'll consider it.
That temperament of yours is exactly the problem she's trying to solve. Our attack came together in haste. You should have been informed, and I regret the oversight. One way or another, Fuel Messi Verno was always going to burn. Weak government, chaotic farming, dangerous research. They never had a chance.
What right do you have to cast judgment on us?
As the future caretakers of the living lands, we do only what is necessary. Fuel Messi Verno's reliance on animancy and stubborn individualism has done nothing but drag the living lands down with them. Help takes many forms. Look, I'm only telling you this because you deserve to know Ludwig's intentions for the living lands. If Heelgard cannot maintain a grip on the living lands, then the Steel Garrote will simply take it from him. You see, the Steel Garrote answer to the Burned Queen, not your floundering empire. And we will break from Adir if that's what it takes. Because we have one thing in common. Inquisitor Ludwig sees something in you, Envoy. She wants to cultivate your potential, as she did mine. You don't want to get between her and the fate of the living land, so let this serve as a warning. Our grasp on this island is going to tighten, even if it costs us allies along the way. Acceptable losses. What you do with this information is up to you. Either way, Emerald Stair is just the beginning. Feel free to prove us wrong. The Steel Garrote love a challenge. Before I let you go, a little bird sang in my ear that you're going to Shatterscarp.
Word travels fast.
Of course, that would have been impossible with these meddlesome rangers in the way.
You didn't.
I took the liberty of removing them. It's a shame, really. Honorable folk to the last. Inquisitor Ludwig is always watching. When you arrive in Shatterscarp, give this letter to Temerity. Compliments of the Inquisitor. No need to keep you any longer. Let's hope our next meeting is under more favorable circumstances. You know, there's a depraved part of me that was hoping you'd make this interesting.
Let's make this a battle to remember.
Sorry it'll be over so quickly then.
It's the envoy.
Let's finish.
You're going to regret this. Honor. Well played. Looking so good. The wheel.
We're still alive. That's what matters. You came to Emerald Stair looking for answers, and now we're leaving with more questions. How do we fight the Dream Scourge? What can we do about Sapadal? And where is the garden? Not to mention, why the Steel Garrote burned my fucking home to the ground. Then we had better prepare to fight back. I will not forget Fiume Siverna. Everything it was, and everything it could have been. And I will never forgive. Never.
So on top of the Dream Scourge rotting your fields and turning kith and beast alike into monsters, now we've got a Death Guard Inquisitor and the Steel Garrote dogging our steps. Do you think Ludwig will try something similar in Thirdborn? She'll have her work cut out for her in Thirdborn. Thirdborn's a rugged place that attracts rugged people. Lots of Rawatayans, scramble routes with no prospects back home, washouts from military or mercenary life, sailors in search of steady ground. Add to that a motley assortment of pirates, free spirits, and people who like living under the loosest grasp of the law, and you've got Thirdborn. But rumor has it something's amiss in Shatterscarp. Strange dreams, disappearances, people wandering into the desert and never returning, or coming back, changed. That's what I'm afraid of.
At least that tells us we're on the right track. This Dream Scourge is one of the weirdest things I've ever tried to hunt. Town full of survivors? Anyone who decides to stake out a life in Shatterscarp isn't someone you want to mess with. Good enough people, though. And generally less likely to rob you or bore you to sleep than other places we've been.
Everything we learned in Naku Tadek points us to the garden. Thirdborn is just a stepping stone. But we don't know anything about the garden. It could be a myth or a metaphor. Whatever the garden is or isn't, it's our only lead. We find the garden, we find the Dream Scourge.
Gods are never forthcoming with useful information, are they?
Yatsley is a master of the unknown and the unknowable. No mystery eludes her for long. If there is a path to the garden, Yatsley can lead us to it. I'd follow her anywhere.
Or maybe that god poking around your soul could give us directions.
Ask for directions. Why didn't I think of that? Kai, that's brilliant. Whatever Sapadal tells us will be filtered through a lot of metaphysical noise, but it couldn't hurt to try. This is so exciting. Sapadal? It's Giada Castel. If you're listening, could you please tell us more about the garden?
Castel. Why does this name sing to us? A voice through murky water. The garden stifles the notes. We cannot reach. The branches bind.
Did you get anything? What? No. They must have confused me with someone else. Clearly your link to Sapadal isn't as strong as it was in Naku Tadek, but I'll take it over nothing.
I'll pass. I've heard too many ghost stories that start this way.
Right. If I wanted to waste time, that's what I carry a flute for.
Just me then? Really? No one else has a question for the god of the living lands? Fascinating.
So let me see if I got this straight. We're looking for the garden, which might not exist. Our best lead is Yatsley, an eccentric scholar who's gone ahead to Thirdborn, where the Dream Scourge may be ravaging.
Don't look at me. I was fine going back to Paradise.
Anything. Right. Listen, I know we didn't get around to stopping by Thomas' cabin, but there's something I need to do in Shatterscarp. There's an old battlefield near some Pogrunan ruins. Area called the Shark's Teeth. Tama lost his badge there. I need to get it. Not a bit. For all I know, it's long gone anyway.
Better to keep moving forward, Kai. What's lost is lost.
Get some rest. Sleep is good for the soul. Maybe this doesn't need to be said, but I don't blame you for what happened to Fior Messiverno. I just wanted you to know. You aren't responsible for the sins of the Steel Garrote. I'll get the bastards who did this. One way or another, I'll make them pay.
Let's get some rest. We have a long day ahead of us.
I can't believe it. My city. It's all gone.
I'm so sorry. I've left a few homes over the years, but I've never lost one like that.
3 times I've left my home. First as an orphan, then as an outcast. Now, as a refugee. We should talk. Fior Messiverno was the pride of 2 generations. My home, my lab, my... The Steel Garrote are just a symptom. I keep asking myself, how could I have missed it? We were all so occupied with the Dream Scourge. We missed the... No matter where Animancers go. So nothing enrages the gods more than... Don't worry. I plan to hold the mortals. Listen to me. A failed Animancer lashing out at even with all the tools at my disposal. How do I live up to my family's example when I can't? I wish I could. But that legs... My parents died pursuing a better future for Animancers. And right now, that's all it is. I have some pondering to do. If I must.
Hey, I wanted to talk to you. I know your Emperor sent you here to represent Abby, but the Steel Garrote raising Fior has gotta make things... Then why did your Emperor send them? Look, I'm not trying to hold your feet to the fire. The cruelty we saw, it's hard to reconcile that. I just wanted to know how you're feeling. Yeah, I did my time fighting underground, seeing what we did there, what we allowed. Enough about me, though. I want to know about you. I hear that. Unfortunately, it makes venturing through the treacherous wilds. Anyway, I just want to check in with you. This may be your burden, but you don't. What's on your mind? The story goes that a lot of the first arrivals were Rawatayans without other prospects, too low on the ladder to take over the family. Exactly. Rawatai's an inhospitable environment, to say the least, so my people have a proud tradition. The Rawatai's got a big navy that always needs fresh blood. Of course not. We've also got poets, artisans, scholars, traders, but they're not the ones who built Thirdborn. It started as a convenient harbor for pirates and mercs to fly. Bold, or desperate, fishing crews from Raw. Over time, those early arrivals built huts. Well, that brought it. People... Bit of both, I guess. I can take watch. I'll be up a while anyway.
Right. Give me a minute.
It's okay to be nervous.
Growing up, I heard stories of a garden. I thought they were just stories. No one... It's why Solace was founded. They patrol. We usually just found... Nandru's the only one who... Founder of Solace. You have the same kind of... I've only ever seen statues of the man. He looks like a block... There's a resemblance. And we're talking... Maybe. After meeting you, I didn't put much significance on it. You're not... Right. You go out there and get yours, Envoy. Like the garden. Even if someone... Who knows if the garden even... No, I'm not. Frankly, look, this guy... I need to...
I'm going to miss Fjord Masiverno.
The root hog ribs there were fantastic.
It had a...
We smell death here.
That last pipe gouged a hole through our ranks. How many did you lose?
Thirdborns have been...
You there?
Help us! We need help!
Watch out. Dream throws up ahead.
Feed them to the earth!
Nicely done!
We were here too late. These soldiers paid the price. Nice work.
Quarry in the... Invaders in the garden.
Still dressed in Adiran armor.
How long must the living land suffer?
Kill you if you come up here.
Your face. You must...
Is that any way to start a...
No. No. You... All of them?
We took care of it already. The ones who attacked you are gone.
Thank you. Please, then I'll take what's left of my... If you see anything you'd like.
And I thought Emerald Stair was in trouble. How anyone survives here is a mystery.
Looks like Thirdborn is our...
The city is under attack. Let's not waste a moment. We've got company!
Remain vigilant.
You won't get... Timing, stranger.
Thank the gods for the cavalry. Fucking dream thralls.
Couldn't have done it better.
Come and get it.
Gather round.
cards, aren't they?
The drink.
But they didn't.
You're just going to pretend like nothing happened?
Yes, because of the Adiran. Thankfully.
Hold it right there, Adiran. What are your intentions in town? Been sick? Strange dreams lately?
Darn, Waruta's a 2K.
And you should respect our authority to protect Thirdborn from unknown dangers like you.
Come on, Darren. They slew those dream thralls for us. I doubt he could have done that if he was sick. I, for one, thank you. We couldn't take him on our own.
Are you smoking Svef? The Adirans raised Fior. We'll be next.
Fior Messiverno had all the time in the world, but we squandered it arguing amongst ourselves. Don't make the same mistake.
Darren, can you get on with it?
Fine. All right. I can't keep you out if you're not sick anyway. We just have to take precautions. Everyone in Thirdborn has lost someone. Pass on through, but report any symptoms you see to the Tiranui. They're responsible for keeping law and order around here.
That's the problem with the Dream Scourge. When you find symptoms, it's already too late.
We better get to clearing out these corpses.
The attack seems to be over. Everyone okay?
Who needs back? Have stock.
You there, the one with the face. Perhaps I could entice you with riches in return for a simple
You hungry? I might be able to help.
An entire settlement in flames? Oh, gods. And Adiran, what is it this time?
Don't worry, darling. The official Adiran envoy is here at my request.
Always a pleasure to see you, my friend. We're in desperate need of another scholar.
Darling, always a pleasure to see you. And you even brought a Pargroon friend. See the red highlights in his mustache? It's a dead giveaway.
Not now, Yatsli. I want answers. Why have you come to Thirdborn? After what your people did in Emerald Stair, I can't imagine you carry an edict of friendship with you. Horse shit. You're under Ludwine's thumb.
I know you're upset, Tamerti, but don't take it out on us. I'm furious too, darling. That monster stole... But you know that if this Adiran was untrustworthy, I'd kill him myself.
I apologize, Envoy. Eagle's Reach is a slaughterhouse. Dreamthralls siege our gates day and night, so my temper is a powder keg, I'm afraid. This isn't a courtesy visit, is it? I assume you're here delivering a message on behalf of Adir. To head sharpshooter first class of Shatterscarp Temerti Kaiwa III. Ludwig wants the ruins of Naku Kubel, or will suffer the Steel Garrote's wrath. Just like Fior Messiverno. Another shit atop the pile, then. Not that I can do a damn thing about it.
You're not going to give in, are you? Those ruins are a marvel.
I know, Yatsley. If we give... But even if I wanted to hand over... The Archmage Ringrim has warped the very reality of Shatterscarp. No one's getting in or out without Ringgrim's say-so.
Ringgrim?
The very one. I feared you. She flew into the Shark's Teeth a few weeks ago, and I heard there's an Adiran who had his mind utterly broken by her. He's still lost out there as far as I know.
The Queen of Terror. She's a perfect match for a Death Guard. But why Naku Kubel specifically? The ruins have stood for centuries, and there are plenty of other places to look at dream thralls. The Circle of Archmagi don't get involved unless there's something they can gain. They're not really known for their altruism. Look at the Siege of Craghold. And that was just so that Lengrath could try and show up Consulhot.
The truth is, I'm up to my neck in catastrophes. Between the horde of dream thralls pounding on our gates and trying to keep peace with Adir, I've had to station guards on our borders to control who goes in and out, just to keep everyone safe. I never thought I'd say this, but the Archmage is the least of my concerns. So, Ludwig wants the ruins, but even if I wanted to give them over, Ringgrim controls them. And good luck getting an audience with an Archmage. I didn't know they made adherents with such bravery. You're likely gonna die a very horrible death, but I pray God...
If she doesn't want to be found, that's all the more reason for us to go looking.
When an Archmage like Ringgrim decides they don't want to be disturbed, there are rumors she uses the bone... Yes, and please, I don't need to know more. Ringgrim's given me and my troop... I wouldn't blame you if you choose to run away. Head east of here, go past the Pargunan ruins, and when you see... And Yatsley, be careful.
Oh, don't worry about me, Temerti. If my spells fizzle, I can always give a good lashing with my tongue.
That's what I'm afraid of. Good luck. Good. It might convince her to keep you safe, too. One last thing. Once you had a moment to settle in with Yatsley, come back and speak with me. I need your help with something.
How exciting. We're off to see an Archmage. To gain access to an ancient godless ruin. You do spoil me. I've just the fragrance for such an occasion. I want to make sure I smell my best. Meet me by the tavern when you're ready to head out. Make sure all your gear is up to snuff. We are...
Thank goodness we have Yatsley. Our little friend group needed a bit of chaos.